Good morning, my dear children. Today we are moving to the third part of chapter 3, Movement Towards a New World. Today we will discuss about two topics, that is Second World War and the effects of Second World War. Second World War. In the previous class we have seen that around 7 points were there for the starting of Second World War, and the immediate cause was Germany's attack on Poland. So Germany attacked on Poland and Second World War started. Here also in Second World War we will see, just like the First World War, the world was again divided into two groups, that is Allied group and Axis group. England and France were the leaders of Allied nations, whereas Germany, Italy and Japan were the leaders of Axis nation. America did not took part in the war directly. At this time, Japan attacked the American Navy at Pearl Harbor and a ship was totally destroyed. America felt angry with Japan. It joined Allied nations and the Allied nations became very stronger with the joining of America. And during this time, Japan was moving ahead, attacking many countries, creating lots of destructions. Just to stop the war, for a peaceful purpose, America dropped two bombs, one in Hiroshima and another in Nagasaki, of two famous Japanese cities. And thus, the Second World War came to an end with the Japan's surrender on 11th August 1945. Thus, the Second World War came to an end. Once the Second World War stopped, what were the immediate effects of the Second World War? As you know, many countries have invested into the Second World War. A huge and a terrible destruction has created in the world. And first effect was the economic effect. Money matters. Many nations lost their capital amount. For example, America, they had spent around $350 billion. And other nations also had spent more than $1,000 billion. Lots of property has been destroyed. England lost its property worth more than 2,000 crore. And think about Germany. They had invested a huge, and we are not able to imagine their loss. The whole nations of the world have given more importance to the production of arms and weapons. Ammunition. Ammunition means weapons, arms and weapons. Nations were crazily running behind the collection of weapons. So there was a scarcity, shortage. Scarcity means shortage. Shortage of things which was required for the basic needs of the human beings. Production reduced, price rise increased, people were struggling for their livelihood. There was scarcity or shortage of necessary goods in the world market. Economic life of the people was shattered and the result was the nation or the world were pushed into an economic depression. There were the major changes in the world politics and economy. Second effect after the Second World War was development of communism in China. After the Second World War, there was huge economic effects, loss of economy in the world had happened. Many nations of the world were impressed by the way how Russia had made a fast progress with its communist measures with the Bolshevik Revolution. China was also inspired and impressed by the movement, by the Russia's movements. So, taking advantage of this position, Mao Tse-tung of China, he established communist rule in China at the end of a revolution in China. Last and the third effect of Second World War is called the beginning of the Cold War, and this created a long-term effect. After the Second World War, the world was divided into two superpowers, America and Russia. You should remember one thing, America and Russia togetherly fought in the Second World War. They were very good friends in the Second World War. But after the war, differences in opinion started between these two powers. They wanted to show the world that they were superpowers. These points we have discussed in Standard 8. The in America, democracy was following, and in Russia, communism was following. And they were having opposite ideas. Many countries following democracy started supporting America, and many countries following communism started supporting Russia. So two groups came after the Second World War, and the war of words and the war of ideologies. They were not having any weapons in the war. This war, after the Second World War, they were fighting with words and ideologies, and both superpowers initiated in order to support or oppose each other's opinion, and this created an atmosphere of Cold War. Many a times the situation for the Third World War seemed to be created, because वर्ल्ड को ऐसा फील हो गया कि ये दोनों का दुश्मनी के वजह से एक थर्ड वर्ल्ड वॉर शुरू हो जाएगा. यू कैन सी इन दिस चार्ट, कम टू दिस चार्ट, यू विल सी America and Russia, the two superpowers. Under the leadership of America, many countries started supporting America. Countries like France, West Germany, Canada, Netherlands, Belgium, many countries, Denmark, Greece, they all supported America. At the same time, Russia also got support from communist countries like Poland, Romania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, and East Germany. This we will see in after the second. This phase is called the Cold War phase, and this is the beginning of the Cold War. Now we are moving to the last topic, that is our worksheet. Here you are having only one question to write, that is question number 3. 3 of section 1 of your textbook, write the effects of World War II that we have already discussed, that is there in your textbook page 18, 3 paragraphs, that is economic effects, communism in China and the beginning of Cold War. These 3 are the main points you are supposed to elaborate whatever points I have given in the video. Hope you understood whatever I told you. Thank you.